what I, take, and in my book, is really important is that she was just, in the beginnings of the Industrial Revolution, and the Industrial Revolution is what changes everything, and is what really, I think, is the chief catalyst for the first wave of feminism. And so she wasn't there to experience that entirely. She started to see, there's a great line in a later book of hers where she'd been critiquing aristocracy and the monarchy for so long as not being that, where virtue could be really, cultivated for both rich and poor, right? Because for the rich, they're spending, they're sloughing off their the sort of dignified work on the servants, and for the poor, they're just imitating the rich, and so virtue couldn't be developed. Well, then she says, wait a second, though, if the quest for wealth is going to take over for aristocracy, well, that's going to be even worse for the development of virtue. So she starts to see, so in America, she sees great hope because of this focus the founders had in their rhetoric on virtue. She also sees the possibility of, because of the great, territory of American land, the possibility of small farms and ownership, and how much that could really inculcate virtue in a way that some of our founders did as well. But she really worries about sort of commerce as being the end of people's lives in a way that I think has been very prescient for us in this country too, where there's this kind of always this debate between what is our identity as Americans? Is it virtue and a quest for virtue, or is commerce and getting ahead and all that? And there's a big tension there, I think. And she very much saw that in her work.
Yeah, and of course, economic and social science research supports that 100%. As far as money doesn't buy you happiness. That's the simplest way to put it, but there's just a ton of research on this, and it just proves out